Hey guys, sorry I am running late here and Archie is just starting to scream. Why can't I see? I don't know how to use this. Why can't I see? Oh, I see. Live chat? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how to use this thing. I can't see anything. Oh no, my child's crying. Can you guys see the live chat? Because I can't. I mean, it's not like I'm, oh, okay. I can see it here, but I can't see it on my phone. Oh, well. Hi, guys. Hello. Can you guys hear him? Is it loud? He's fighting his naps today. We were trying to time it so that he'd be napping. Hi, everyone. Shermaniana Grande. Hi, Shelby. Hi, guys. I have a fan point. Oh, you can't see it. I have my fan today because last time I was so hot. By the way, I'm reading comments here if you guys are wondering why I'm looking off to the side. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my phone view. I can't see how many people are on here. I can't see the chat. What's up, Aline? What do you need help with? So the scary thing about YouTube live is that anybody on YouTube obviously can see that you're live, like not my subscribers, just anyone. And yeah, sometimes you get meanies. So hopefully we don't need a mod. How to care for a philodendron palmanii. This isn't a palmanii, but it's very similar. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not the right person to ask. Because mine looks like this. I feel like I'm so bad with crawlers. Crawlers are like a different beast. Hi, Nessa. Baby's good. He's huge. You guys, I have to go to the doctor because I think I have what's called tennis elbow. I don't know if that's like a nickname for it, but like I have lost like so much mobility in my left arm because I only feel comfortable holding him on the left side. So my left arm is like effed really bad. But he's good. A gloriosum on a moss pole? I have not, but I've seen one on Instagram. I've seen a dean on a moss pole and I've seen a gloriosum on a moss pole. It's possible, but it takes a lot of training. And the one that I saw on Instagram, it was a dean. It wasn't climbing straight up, it was climbing around the pole because I think it kept trying to go to the side and he was training it to like go up, and so it was just naturally kind of going in a little swirl. Anyway. Yeah, sorry, Aline. I'm not the right person to ask about a palmanii, but maybe somebody in the comments can help, or there's a link on my YouTube for me and Alice's Discord, and there's like a section in there for plant care. My first time learning to dance. Okay, so today is a Q&A / rehab repot. I labeled it as a rehab repot because there's like a bunch of stumps that I need to get to, but there are also a few in here that I just really need to repot before I leave for California in 2 weeks. So yeah, it's gonna be a mix of both, and I did take questions on my Instagram beforehand, but of course if comments come in on here, I will try and get to it if I see it. And what else? I think today's live will probably be an hour and a half. Aw, thanks, Mermaid Mama. um, yes, Archie is coming with us. We're driving. We're gonna do the trip in 2 days. So we're gonna stop in Portland and spend the night there to see family, just so it's not so stressful for Pudge and Archie to do like a 16-hour day, you know? Um, Talking about buying plants. So me, Alice, and Jing are going live on Jing's Instagram, and I will post it here. It's gonna happen next Thursday. Wait, hold on. Think about this. It's either next Wednesday or Thursday. It's on my Instagram highlights, and we're gonna purge together. We're gonna sell together, and we are shipping within Canada and the United States. So I'm gonna have a ton of my anthurium props, a ton of my anthurium hybrids. Finally going to be releasing the Brielle, what is it? Brielle Black Crystal and Brielle King of Spades, or is it Red Crystal Port King of Spades? It's one of those. So yeah, we're finally going to be selling those, and I'm just gonna try and offload as much as I can under me. I would say that maybe 30% of these behind me and on this right side here are all props that need to go. So we will see. Anyway, I am going to just get started here. Do you guys want to like see the roster of everyone I'm repotting today first, or would you rather me go through it as I'm repotting? Do you have a price range for your seedling hybrids? Honestly, I'm not really sure. They're not going to be crazy expensive though. They're going to be affordable. Oh, and then I think I'm going to have some RA5 Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam seedlings as well. Super unrelated. Where'd you get your? Oh, so this is from American Eagle, and I think I'm wearing it backwards, but when I wear it the other way, it's freaking weird. Ow, my arm. Like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna be covering the mic. But the people at American Eagle were like, "You're supposed to wear it this way," or they said it's like reversible, like you could wear it both ways. But I don't know. This looks freaking weird to me. And I am stripping on YouTube live. Let's keep it PG, people. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I have it in this color and like a brown color, and I love them. They're really comfy. Okay, so I'm gonna let Kayla make the decision, wing it, surprise each plant. Perfect. I am with it. So I have mostly plant questions, but I have some personal questions. So I'm gonna let you guys decide what you want. Do you want to start with the plant question or a personal question? And then I'm gonna pull out my first plant. Hopefully you guys can see everything in front of me. I think I should put the table a little higher. Okay, plant question. Hello. I am not sure why this is not going up. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think that's a little better. So which one should I start with? I think I'm gonna start with the rehabs because I want to get these out of the way. Here's the first one. Does anyone have any guesses as to what this is? Any guesses? It's probably going to be so hard to guess. It's a philodendron, though, obviously. And I guess a clue is that at one point, this was like one of my most favorite plants in the world, and it was like my pride and joy. Yes, it's dead. Anna and Mary, you are kind of right. So Anna, you're right. It's the heterophylla. No, not the heterophylla. Heterocraspidon. And hi, Carol and Lisa. And it's not dead, Mary, but it is well on its way to becoming dead if I just leave it like this because I barely remember to water it. I don't do anything to it. So I just need to do something. What had happened was it got spider mites, and then it got thrips, and then randomly the top rotted off. And yeah, now we're just stuck with this stick. I don't know if you guys have ever propagated heterocraspidon, but it is a biatch. Like, it is so difficult to root. It's so difficult to get a growth point to pop out. I don't know if it's just the specimen I have, but it is so difficult, which is why I haven't done anything to it yet, because I'm like, am I really about to invest a year and a half before something pops out of this thing? But I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's not going to take a ton of space in a prop box. So I think today is the day that I'm going to get it out of here. Hi, Tina. And I actually had very good intentions with this plant, but I have one of Russo plant. What is it? Russo plant. What is the Russo plants? Russo plants. Russo plants pot extenders on it, and I'll show you guys how this works. Homocraspidon representation. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me put this in here. Oh, so if you guys don't know what this pot extender is, it's basically just this nifty little clear thing that you add on top of your pots, and it fits a 6-inch diameter at the smallest, and you can stack them. So you can keep adding to it so that you don't have to repot. You're basically just making the pot taller, and they're so cool. Yeah, so anyway, I had good intentions with it. I was like, oh, my hetero is going to get so big this year, and yeah, that never happened. So, okay, let me get to the first question. I don't really know what the heck I want to answer because I have a few here. I am a corpse today. I've been awake since 2 a.m. So my brain is fried. Okay. What plant are you most excited to see grow? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now with the anthurium in my collection. I have a lot. I do admit I have gone a little anthurium crazy this year, and it's not that I don't love them, but when I think about like who I'm excited to see grow, when I think of anthurium, my brain is just like, I don't know which anthurium. Hi, Summer. So let me start with the philodendron. I think in terms of my philodendron, the one I'm most excited to see grow is probably my philodendron, crap, what's the name? Not Summer Glory. Come on, guys, help me here. It's a Gloriosum linamii. Does it have Pink Glory? Thank you, Rami. Hi, Arlisa. Yeah, the philodendron Pink Glory. That one I am super excited to see grow. Since I've imported it, and I think I got it like 6 months ago or something, it's had like 1 new leaf. I don't know why it's so slow. Hi, Joshua. Yeah, and I really bought that plant because of how beautiful the emergents are. It's like linamii, like very linamii, but like the leaf of a gloriosum, which is like so special because I just love the gloriosum. The difference between a pink, my God, I'm so confused. A pink glory and a summer glory. A pink glory is a gloriosum linamii, and a summer glory is a gloriosum Macaulay's finale hybrid. The pink glory for me right now seems to be climbing, but Gloriosum is a crawler. Linamii is a climber. Is Linamii a climber? I was on the keyboard. Oh my gosh. Joey. Stop. That's so funny. I was like, what is this? Alien talking. And then the Summer Glory, which is a Gloriosum Macaulay's Finale hybrid, it has more of the Macaulay's Finale hybrid leaf shape in that it's elongated. So yeah, the Pink Glory is going to be round like a Gloriosum, and then the Summer Glory is going to have more of a self-heading kind of look, like a Black Cardinal and Rojo Congo, like the way those grow. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? Would I ever go for the Var Gloriosum, Nessa? Yes and yes. Yes, I would. But I wouldn't spend the money that it costs. Hi, Jing. Everyone say hi to Jing. Jing, we still have not done a YouTube collab yet. The one YouTube collab I really want to do with Jing is talking about what it's like adminning a large Facebook plant group. But I just don't know how to go about it without, invading people's privacy and trust, because it's like we do handle a lot of things behind the scenes. They trust us to keep it secret and, confidential or whatever. So it's not like we could use real life examples, because that would be pretty rude. But it's just so interesting. It's such an interesting topic. There's so much I could talk about. So if anyone has any ideas on how that video can be done with being respectful to the people in the group, I would be very, very curious. I still haven't answered. Did I answer? Oh yeah, I did answer that question. Okay, so that is what I'm looking forward to in terms of philodendron. Where are my shears? Oh. Whoops. In terms of, okay, another non-anthurium that I'm excited to see grow is probably, do I have it here? My Ripsalis Pacheco Leonis. I'm gonna do a little bit of a spoiler here, but if you guys remember, I went to a plant shop in Sacramento called Floriculture Nursery, and he collects so many different kinds of Ripsalis, and I found two of the wishlist Ripsalis that I've had on my wishlist for so long, one of them being the Ripsalis Pacheco Leonis. He gave me, there was none for sale, but he sold me a cutting, and it was this really nice long cutting. I still have it. It's in water, but this is the base of it because it just started rotting. I don't know why. But once I get the rest of the plant going again, I am very, very excited to see that one grow. I'm looking tiny. Thank you. Jing, do you have a Plowmanii? I don't remember. Luke, you're right. So I said that I was going to add more pon to the top of my fry deck, but I want to unpot it because I want to go corm hunting. So I've been putting it off. Thank you. I didn't know how else to respond to that. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and in terms of, I guess, anthurium, the one I'm excited about is probably the hybrids that I got from Woohoo recently, which are the AOS Dark Form. I don't remember what the hybrid is. I'm so bad with that. It's the, wow, AOS Dark Form crossed with a dress Eastern Panama Woo 1. So I have two of these, and I hope that this stays super, super, super dark. I have two that I'm hoping kind of look, I don't know, I would like one that's more elongated, and I would like one that's very round. So I guess we'll see what they look like, but I'm curious to see what those look like. Jing, are you going to Miami next week? Guys, I was supposed to go to IAS this year, and I'm so sad that I can't go. I was heavily considering it though, just because the opportunity I got does not come very often, and I was like, am I gonna regret this? But it's hard to do anything when you're pumping like around the clock, and I'm just like, I can't even fathom that trip right now. Oh no, my YouTube doesn't work for some reason. I see the chat, but not the video. That's weird. Oh yeah, Sherika, this is a work of art. I don't know, I really like it. It's such a small like detail, but I feel like it just made the hugest difference. I just ordered a variegated heartleaf from Etsy. Do you have any tips? Let me go get mine. Honestly, I probably should chop it today, so that just gave me motivation. I will be right back. You stopped pumping after 4 months? Oh, I'm thinking about it, girlfriend. Trust me. I'm like, that formula is looking real good right now. Oh my. Okay. I feel like I just chopped this thing too. So here is what my variegated heartleaf looks like right now. I'm pretty sure I did just chop this and it's like grown so much already, but I love this one. I think that the heartleaf philodendron was one of the plants in the very beginning of my plant collecting that really pushed me to collect more. And it was the regular green one. And I don't know, I really love, like I did have a good amount of pothos. I probably owned every kind of pothos there was. But I just prefer the trailing philodendron because they like cascade forward, like they all face forward, and just, it looks so pretty. So pretty. It grows misshapen leaves after the chop. Actually, yeah, that happens with me too. So if you look at this first leaf, wait, was it this one? Yeah, this first leaf after the chop, like it looks, come on, it looked like this. Like I get a lot of the wonky kind of like deformed looking leaves, but eventually it like grows out and looks normal. But this stem is getting super thick. Like this stem compared to like how thin it was up here. So I don't know. I think I need to handle this today because it's getting quite long. Yeah. But we'll do that later. One thing at a time. Whoa. All right. Can't see your... Oh, okay. I thought you meant you couldn't. Okay, so I guess we can move on to the next question. Oh, no. Before we move on to this question, I want to know, does anyone still like philodendron? And if so, which one do I need to put on my radar? Because I feel like I'm a little anthuriumed out. And I was looking at like my philodendron collection and it's dwindled down quite a bit, which makes me a bit sad. And I don't know, I just feel like I need a new one in my life. I wish that it was as easy to hybridize philodendron as it is anthurium, because then I think there would be way more philodendron lovers out there, but it seems kind of difficult. Glorious. Me and Glorious, we will make a return. Maybe when Archie is not so dependent in terms of like needing to be held all the time and stuff. I have a Splendid. I do have a Splendid. It is up there, so I cannot grab it. Time to go back to alocasia collecting, or do you not enjoy? I love alocasia, and I actually have 3 here that I'm going to be repotting today. I was just shopping for alocasia last night yesterday on Palm Street, but I didn't find any I liked, and the ones that I did like were not in my budget. And I do like variegated alocasia. I think if I could pick a variegated alocasia to get, I think it would be probably the mellow or Maharani, or even the black velvet that has pink. It's really cute. Okay, so here is the state of my trunk. I'm gonna have to go back and read the chat because it's going kind of fast. Spiritus, I have a Spiritus, and I just got another one from Bros with Hose. I think they're sold out right now, but I know that they have a ton, so it'll be back. The bottom feels squishy, so I'm gonna chop it because it's giving nasty. So that's all rotted. I don't know if I want to try and salvage this this root. I'm not going to. Oh, variegated dragon. Yeah, I would get one of those too. Gloriosum tricolor. Ugh. In my wildest dreams. I really would love to have a variegated Gloriosum just because I love the Gloriosum so much. And the variegated ones are really nice. I've seen some that look kind of sickly and not cute, but still have a hefty price tag, which kind of confuses me, but whatever floats your boat, I guess. Yes, Kim, me and Alice are going to be selling plants. So Jing, can you remind me when our live sale is? So me, Alice, and Jing are doing a live sale on Jing's Instagram next week. What's today? Yeah, next week. And it's going to be on, I should just pin this comment. I don't even know if I can do that. It's going to be on this Instagram account. All of the details are in my highlights on Instagram. Thank you, Jing. September 11th, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Paraiso Verde. I don't know why that plant gives me like a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if it's because it was popular or came out at a time where there was like drama in the community in our local area or something, but there's a trigger for me, and I don't know what it is. All right, so I'm gonna chop the top too because it like completely dried out. But this is my stem. Now I could probably chop this into like at least 4 pieces, but I think I'm gonna go for 3 just because I don't really want to propagate that many hetero. So let's do a chop right kind of in the center. It's gonna go flying. And then another one in the center of that one. Where did it go? Oh. Ugh, now I have to label these. Poo-poo. All right. I've got 4 chonkaronis here. You guys will see the fruits of my labor in 3 years. So that'll be exciting. 5 months. More like 5 years on my timeline. Oh, my trash can is so far away. That sucks. I wonder if I can... Oh no, this is gonna be a disaster. You know what? Let's not even try and do that. I'm just gonna grab another bin or something. Sorry, I am super not prepared today. All right, so there's the first plant. I'm just gonna chuck that into a prop bin and call it a day and not fuss over it anymore. Lava rock, good substitute for pumice when it comes to making a DIY mix. Is that for pond or for soil? Okay. First rehab sort of done. I'm gonna let these callus up. Whoa, I'm actually gonna dip it into my little callusing mix, which is, what's in here? Sulfur dust, cinnamon, and rooting powder. You don't have to do this. I'm just like so neurotic about callusing, and I don't know why. I just am. A lot of people don't callus their propagations, but I am a calluser. Also, the last time that I watered all my living room plants. I thought I was re-inoculating, and I kept thinking, man, this water looks really gunky, and I don't know why. And it's because I was using callusing mix instead of my great white. So it was just like all chunky, and I was just trying to do it so fast that I was like, whatever, it's just weird day. So anyway, hopefully my plants like this mixture because they all have it now in their substrate. It does smell very good though. It smells like a churro. It's an exotera. So look up the reptile tanks. Exotera brand. I think it's an exotera brand, right? Yeah, sorry, Jing. I'll let you handle that one. Jing is the one that makes DIY pond. I have never made DIY pond because I am lazy. Okay, next plant. Who do we have? Should I just do all the stumps first? Sure. I don't have that many stumps. Feast your eyes on this. This one is, or once was, my Anthurium longisimilobum. Okay, it's not focusing. Perfect. And I spilled it on the ground maybe 4 weeks ago and never did anything about it. So it's, yeah. Okay, exo sizes. So this exo here is, hold on, is this 18 wide or 24 wide? 18 wide, 24 tall? Yeah. 18 wide, 24 tall, 18 deep. This one, 36 wide, 36 tall, 18 deep. This exo, which is my favorite size, I always recommend this size to anyone who wants to invest in an exo. I always say, if you're gonna get one, get this size, because I don't care if you have just small plants or you have some big plants that you need to put in it, it's such a perfect size. So this one is 24 wide, 36 tall, 18 deep. Sorry if that was really fast. And I got, man, I think I got all of these secondhand if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember where I got these two. I don't remember ever buying one brand new. This one behind me I got from a friend who used it for reptiles, and I broke the door. The right door broke, so I just took them off and I was like, screw it. But this size is great. I just don't think it's very practical for people who don't have a plant room because it's so big, it's humongous. Do you like exos more or less than the IKEA cabinet? So right now I'm actually not using an IKEA cabinet for plants. The last cabinet that I had left in my house is the Rudsta, which I love. It is now being used for Archie's clothes. But I think in terms of an aesthetic standpoint, definitely the Millsbo cabinets. Like, I would not want to put these in my living room, but practicality, definitely the exos, because you can spray freely in there. You can fill it with water and it won't spill. You can enclose more humidity in these exos than you can a cabinet without having to do like crazy rigging. So I guess it just depends, but I really liked them equally. Oh, and sorry, I didn't answer that question about how much they were. I honestly, I don't remember because I bought them all secondhand, but I think I got this one for 200, the one behind me, and I think brand new this thing is like close to 500 if not more USD. Yes, Luke, it's going to be saved on the channel. So you just go into the little tab that says lives and all of my lives are saved in there. Go to sleep. I don't know where you are in the world, but go to sleep. It's time for bed. My favorite weird plant. I don't know if this is considered weird. I mean, I think it's weird, but the Cissus quadrangularis. Such a weirdo, but seriously, every time I look at that plant, I'm like, I'm so happy I have you. I honestly feel like that's one plant that I would never ever get rid of. I think this stem is toast, guys. Like, it looks green still, but it's like, it doesn't look great inside. And it's really woody. I'm gonna chop off all the roots. I'm gonna chop in the center here. I'm actually quite sad about this, but I might need to just shove it in water, but I honestly think it's starting to hollow out. Oh, it's still a little bit fleshy. She's a little meaty still. Okay, I think I'm just gonna shove this in a prop box and call it a day and see if it comes back to life. Or I actually might put it in some water. I'm gonna soak it in some water. Please be right back. No, me, I will be right back. Please hold. I'm just gonna go grab a cup of water. I don't know if Archie is about to cry. I should have prepared this earlier, but I didn't. Very sorry. I usually prep the night before, but I didn't have time last night because me and Vince watched a movie. Bloop. Okay. Next plant. Should I just do one of the alocasias now? I'm kind of tired of stumps. Stumps make me sad. Okay, dilemma really quick. I'm getting a little addition to my room. Should I go the tent route or just a plant room open shelving? Currently growing all my anthurium in ambient and they do well. My vote is open shelving. I actually wanted to do that in this plant room recently. I don't know, I had a day where I was like, why am I even bothering with exos? Because once these anthurium get bigger, I'm going to acclimatize them all to ambient because I don't want to grow in a greenhouse. So once it gets to that point, it's like, what are gonna be, like, what's the use of the exos? This one is already open. So I was thinking of just getting rid of all of this and just doing those slat shelves that I can, like, you know, readjust like the heights pretty easily and just growing all in ambient. But I don't want to invest all that time and then my landlord says that he wants to sell the place and then we have to move. So I decided against it. But that would be like, if I owned this place, that would be my choice. So my vote is shelving. Yes, I'm growing my hair because I can't do it with it down. I thought that having short hair was going to be less maintenance, but it's more maintenance. And if I don't style it right, I look like someone who discovered America for the first time. I look like Christopher Columbus. It's not it's not a look. It doesn't look good on me. You don't want to see me when I look like Christopher Columbus. Okay, I'm gonna do an alocasia because the props are making me sad. Okay, who remembers this from my week of? My little, my God, I hope Danny is not watching. This is my Heterophila Dragon's Breath. Hi, Liliana. Oh, sorry, I missed some questions. Do you find live streams are an easier way to just interact with viewers than having to edit a whole video or just keep you entertained whilst touring? Yeah, I actually like live streams because then it's like I'm so bad with answering comments. So I just like that I can just reply instantly right away. And then obviously just like hang out with you guys while I'm doing plant stuff. But yeah, this is my Heterophila. It was potted in, I think it was in a pond or maybe it was stratum, and it dried out so bad. It was in my tent and it was so hot in my tent. And yeah, I just got to it too late and it just completely melted off all the roots and it looks really sad. What on earth is that? Is that a mealybug? You guys, I haven't seen mealybugs in this house in years. Let's see. Ew, it does look like, wait, where would it even come from? Where would a mealybug come from? I haven't seen mealybugs since Hoya Apocalypse. When was Hoya Apocalypse, you guys? Like 2 years ago? What on earth? I was gonna use my new apexel zoom lens to look at this, but I'm using my phone for this live stream. Look at it. What the heckaroni? That actually has me shook because I don't have mealybugs. But I guess I do. OMG. If there's any bug I'm scared of, it's the mealybug. So, you know what we're gonna do is send them straight to hell. Back to hell where they came from. Now we have a stump, which is fine because I'd rather have a leafless stump than an alocasia with ugly leaves and mealybugs. But we got new roots. I'm happy. So I'm just gonna get this repotted back into pond and hopefully I can get another new leaf on this soon because it was growing so well and then I just fudged everything up. Oh no, Andrea. She says, all my Hoyas have them currently. Dude, I remember being in the thick of Hoya Apocalypse and just like it's one thing having like a thrips outbreak and a spider mites outbreak because, I don't know, they don't look scary. But when you have like a full-on mealybug infestation, it is something straight from your nightmares. Oh no, I don't have a pot for this. I think I'm gonna do a glass vessel, no drainage. What are we thinking? I think I'll just go with this. It's a little bit big. That's what she said, but it'll grow into it. And I'm gonna do pond. I'm missing so much in the chat. That's one thing about doing lives is that like I can't. It's so hard for me to do both. Joshua, if you look up just Hoya on my YouTube channel, there's a 3-part series where I go into Hoya Apocalypse. It's when I found mealybugs on my Hoyas and I burnt the ever-living crap out of them. I literally boiled them. I boiled them to death and I boiled a lot of my Hoya to death and it was a whole thing. I don't think I've had as many hate comments come in on my channel until Hoya Apocalypse went up. Like, you guys would not believe the foulness that came from that comment section. I don't want to say it because I'll get demonetized, but many people were just baffled that I would do that to those Hoyas. And you know, hindsight is 2020. I learned, but I didn't see a freaking mealybug after that until this very moment. So was it worth it? Kinda. Would I do it again? Probably not. Anyway, yep, drown the whole thing in alcohol. I'm with you on that. Just don't boil them before, cause holy smokes. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hopefully rehab this thing because I am gonna get rid of my corazon. It's somewhere back there. It's the plant that I thought was the heterophylla dragon's breath, but it ended up not being it. And I like the heterophylla dragon's breath so much more than that plant. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it. A waxy secretion? Are you sure? Wait, where did that leaf go? I really want to look at it up close. Why did I throw it so far? I hope you're right, because seriously, I would be so just so confused. But it's fuzzy. Is it fuzzy? I can see like little legs. Oh no. Someone said, sorry, I have to read the comments out loud for people who aren't reading the live chat when they rewatch this, but someone said repotting and I just dropped a whole tray of plants. Oh gosh. Daniel. Liliana, I'm drinking coffee. Guilt-free now. Every day I thank the universe that I am not pregnant anymore, because that was an experience, y'all. Okay, I think I can answer another question. Have I answered like 2 questions since I've been live? Do you ever get tired of all the plants and think about selling them all and living in peace? Yes. Well, here's the thing. I do find plants to be very peaceful. I cannot imagine a house without plants anymore. It just doesn't feel right. Like when I go to someone's house, or if I even see a house in a movie or on a show and there's like all these windows and there's no plants, I'm like, nope, that's not a home. That is not a home. That is just 4 walls and a roof. But I'm not gonna lie, I do definitely have moments where I'm like, man, it would be nice if I had no plants to take care of right now. Like for the most part, it's really, really fun and relaxing and zen, and I love it. But then you have other times, like kind of like right after I gave birth, you know, I was like, I want nothing to do with my plants. I'm just trying to survive right now. And yeah, it was difficult. And I don't know, sometimes I get into moods where like I'd rather just not take care of plants and I just want to like binge watch TV and just be lazy and stuff. But I can't do that anymore. Also, I'm realizing that I can't label my plants because I don't have any more paper for my labeler. So hopefully I remember what these are. I'm missing so many comments. What was the question? Oh, yeah. Do I think about selling them all? Yeah, I do. I still feel like I have way too many plants. Like, I definitely feel like I have too many in here. And especially once these become like flowering size, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest with you. All right, next plant. Let's not do an alocasia because I just did one. I'm gonna show you guys this magic creature. So this is my variegated philodendron bilietiae, and the last leaf that it put out was all green. And I was like, well, there goes my Billy. And then this new leaf just opened and was like, don't worry, girl, I got you. So I'm very excited about this because I was also shopping for a variegated Billy last night because my insurance cutting, bottom cutting, is green. I don't know if it's going to push out a variegated leaf, but then when this one pushed out a green leaf, I was like, well, maybe I need another one. But the market price for these have kind of held on pretty strong. I would say, like, they're still quite expensive. So yeah, I was happy to see that this morning. But this is in like almost straight tree fern fiber, I think, and it dries out so fast. So I kind of want to get it into my peat tree fern fiber mix. I might just mix whatever is in here, maybe. No, I'm not. It looks gross. Does this have spider mites? Can you guys hear Archie? Is it loud and distracting? Matt, you got a tortum. I'm the tortum pusher. What's a regular type of plant you would have if you had unlimited space and lived somewhere like Florida or something where you could just chuck it outside? A fiddle leaf fig. I love them so much. That's another plant that I just fell in love with too. And I don't even remember how many fiddle leaves I've owned in my lifetime. I've owned quite a few, and no matter what I do, it just freaking hates me and drops its leaves, and I don't even really think I've ever had like a pest issue with it. It's more so just it being generally unhappy. But I just find fiddles to be so beautiful, and I feel like it's such a nice indoor tree and just like a statement plant. But I'm just, yeah, I've kind of given up on that dream. Market price now for Varbilly. So I saw one yesterday. It was a 2-leaf Billy. Leaves probably a little bit bigger than this, and it was like 2,500, I think, USD. Pudge is here, Daniel. He's just around somewhere, being the angel that he is. I stopped showing him in videos because there were a lot of pug haters, and I don't care if people talk badly about me or my plants, but I draw the line at Pudge. So I stopped showing him. It's just an easy fix. I'm petty, but I pick my battles. And if someone lines, can you fight? No, I can't. I'm like a chihuahua. I'm all bark and no bite. Was I answering a question? Was I answering a question? Oh, yeah. Getting rid of plants. But no, it would never happen. It would never, ever happen. I just don't think a house is a home without plants. It just looks so, like, barren and soulless. Who could hate a bug? I know. It's the ethical things that come with, you know, breeding pugs. I get it. But I don't think that telling my dog he should be euthanized is the solution. So here's a fun fact. I haven't really, I've been into Jing's house once, but I didn't really look at the plants. I feel like we weren't as close during that time, but I'm gonna go there next week, and I'm actually really excited because her tent is wild. Oh no, my baby's crying. He's crying. Oh, no wonder it looks different. How old is Pudge? Pudge is 7. Pudge is 7. He is getting up there. But pugs live like a freakishly long time. Some of them just like refuse to die, which is great. Okay, so roots look good on this one. I'm happy with it. Very minimal root breakage. Just a little bit. Not too bad. I think I'm not gonna put it in anything wider, but I do have a pot that is slightly taller that I think will work fine with it. Now I'm just wondering if I want to do leca down at the bottom again, or if I want to just do all substrate because it dries out. I don't know. I find this plant to be quite thirsty. Do I do leca? I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I'll do a teeny tiny bit of leca down at the bottom. And instead of getting new leca, I'm just gonna pick out the one that I have in here because why not? I'm gonna have to pick it out anyway. Okay, I'm gonna answer another question. I could answer a personal question now. I don't know if anyone cares, but what was it like moving to a new country with your husband? Did you ever feel lonely? And how did you make friends when you moved to Canada? For some reason, I was not like sad. I wasn't really sad or like anxious, or I was excited basically to move to a different country. When I was in my 20s, I always like had this urge for change, and that's why I moved around a lot and I changed jobs a lot. I just, when something was the same for too long, it would make me anxious. So the thought of moving to a different country was like a dream for me. And in the times that I visited, you know, I loved it here. I will say that the people are they can be pretentious a little bit. Like, it's very cliquey here in Vancouver, and everyone just kind of likes their own group and aren't that welcoming of newcomers. So yeah, it took me a while to find friends, but it wasn't until I joined Jing's plant group that I made friends of my own that were not my husband's friends. So that's how it happened. But like, I met Alice through Marketplace. It was like the weirdest thing. She bought a Mican's propagation from me, and we just kind of became friends after that. And then everyone else I met through the group. So that group helped a lot in terms of kind of like establishing my own little life here. And I feel like plants are, I don't know, it's what has kind of given me my identity here, apart from my husband's life, you know. What's the best way to propagate a billy? Honestly, I have propagated all of my billies in water. It's so fast. And I find the billy to be really, really fast to propagate, or easy and fast to propagate in water. I feel like I missed part of that question. Did you ever feel yeah, I did feel lonely at some points, like especially when COVID hit and like I couldn't visit my family back home. Yeah, it was hard then, but I don't know. Now that I'm older, I kind of really enjoy a life of solitude. So it's not so bad now, but I don't think Vince is watching, but I really kind of want to move back to California. I miss my family. I miss all my cousins, and now that Archie is here, I'm like, I want him to grow up with a big family like I did, cuz yeah, it was a lot of fun. Have you and Vince planned a date yet, or is that too anxiety inducing? Yes, actually, we're going to California. We're just waiting for Archie's passport to come in, but we are going to be in California. We're going to be staying with my parents, and so we were thinking one night we'll leave Archie with my parents and then probably just go watch a movie and get dinner or something because we haven't done anything just us in so long. And the thought, like, I don't like leaving Archie, but I don't know, when it's my parents, I feel like I'm fine. I should have just used my leca. I'm gonna be here forever, but I'm not gonna do that much down at the bottom. I just want a little bit so that I can keep a bit of water down there, especially since I'm going away. I think Alice is only gonna come here once a week while I'm gone. Hopefully the temperatures aren't too high while I'm away. I think it's gonna start cooling down after next week, so that is good. I'm excited for fall, you guys, but I'm a little bit scared of seasonal depression. I'm not gonna lie, it happens every year. Reagan, I'm gonna read this comment out loud because I was just talking to my sister about this. Now that you're a full grown up with a baby of your own, have you told your family yet that you are in fact the family ghost? Who knows what I'm talking about? This is that was from such an old story time. I think I did that story time like 2.5 or maybe 3 years ago now. It's been so long. I did a repot story time, and this was one of the most popular stories that gets brought up. I could retell it, but it's up to you guys. It's a really funny story though. But no, to answer your question, I have told my immediate family. Like I told my mom. I didn't tell my dad. I don't really talk to my dad about that kind of stuff. But like my aunts and why did I just pour perfectly good soil in my trash bin? My aunts and uncles, they don't know. The rest of the family are unaware that I am the family ghost. Honestly, I don't really want to crush their dreams, but at the same time, I think one day they deserve to know the truth. Should I put this on a poll? Do we need a poll? My other Billy's not on a poll and it's fine. No, I don't want to. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I wish this soil bin was closer though. That'd be pretty awesome. Maybe I should get another plant question so we're not just sitting here in silence. Okay, let's answer a plant question. Some of these could be like videos on its own. Okay, this one is, no. How do you justify time and money spent on plants when your taste changes constantly? Hi, Lauren. That is a good question. That is a very good question. It's, I feel like it's a hard pill to swallow sometimes when like you're purging plants and you remember like how much you spent on that at one point. Like, I don't think I got my hetero through you, Lauren. I think I imported it myself through Equigenera, but that hetero Craspedon that I just chopped up into a million pieces, I paid 300, I think I paid either 300 or 350 USD for that back in 2019 or 2020? I can't remember. But yeah, that was a lot of money. And in Canadian, that's like $10,000, basically. That's what it feels like. Guys, there's nothing more terrifying than coming back from my California trips and checking my credit card statement and seeing all of the charges converted to Canadian. Scary, very spooky, very spooky. Are you looking forward to Halloween, and what are your favorite horror movies? I love the paranormal genre, Hereditary and Spooky Ghosts. I actually have a whole repot and chat where I talk about my top favorite scary movies and why I like them. Wasn't the most popular video, but it is up there. I think if you search scary on my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. But if I can think of one off the top of my head, in terms of like one of my classic favorite scary movies, it's going to be The Others. With, what's her name? What's her name? Ugh, I always forget her name. Forgot her name. Whew. Okay. The plant that I'm working on right now is a variegated philodendron bilietiae. I'm so happy about this new leaf, you guys. Oh, this is probably another Nicole Kidman. Thank you, Virginia. This is another plant I'm very excited to see grow. The bilietiae is one of my favorite plants of all time, and to have the variegated one finally looking proper is very exciting. Retell the family ghost story. I could. It'd be easier for me to repot these because then I don't have to think too hard. I'll answer this question though first. I'm scared of alocasia. Is it possible to grow them in 40% humidity and a grow light? Colorado is cold in the winter. Ow, I have a splinter. Mother forker. Colorado is cold in the winter and very hot in the summer. Yes, it is possible. I would just recommend no drainage, and maybe do a slow acclimatization if it's in high humidity right now. But yes, it's possible. I mean, honestly, I don't know exactly what the humidity is in here. Do I have a hygrometer? Hydrometer? I thought I had one in here. Where the heck did it go? I want to say that it's around 40% humidity in here on a good day. On a bad day, it's like 25 to 30. And yeah, all of these alocasia are growing in ambient, so they're doing okay. My daughter Joy asks what your opinion, sorry, there's this heart is in the way, asks what is your rarest plant? Rare, I don't, honestly, you guys, I don't really have any like rare plants, like by definition, like rare in terms of like only a few people have it. But in terms of plants that I guess are maybe harder to acquire, gosh, there's a question. There's a really good question. Is it maybe my Forgetii Carla? Wait, do I have a Forgetii Carla? That one? Right there? I got that one as a birthday gift. And then I'm trying to think of like my plants that are a bit more weird, like my weirdo plants. But there's none that come to the top of my head right now. Sylvain, how come I don't know what the reticulata is? And I would look it up. Oh, I can look it up here. Duh. I'm like, I can't do anything without my phone. Reticulata. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of that. I saw when Bros with Hose was selling it, and to me it looks a bit mosaic-y. Like it looks kind of sick, which is one reason I didn't love the Jacqueline, but now I own the Jacqueline. Okay. I think I'm good here. I'm not going to add a moss pole because I'm lazy. And my other billy seems to be growing just fine without it. But at least now it has more space to grow. But I do want to inoculate some of these before I forget. So let's do that right meow. I've got my water, and make sure I'm doing great white and not freaking callusing hormone again. Crazy, crazy. Oh. So I know Lauren, I was starting to give up a little bit, but she's acting right now. Thank goodness. I was gonna sell my bottom cutting a while ago because I was like, oh, the top cutting is doing just fine. Like the variegation seems stable. And Lauren was like, do not sell the bottom just in case. And now that it keeps like kind of reverting sometimes, I'm like, yeah, okay. It's not going anywhere. Haley, I've been staring at this tiny dark queen rescue from Woohoo I got in April, and I've been melting my brain with YouTube videos trying to decide what specific mix and pot type to put her in. A queen. Gosh, I am not the person to talk to about growing queens because I did not grow them very well when I did have it. But I did rehab a queen to look nice until it met its demise again, and it was in no drainage in pond with a lot of coarse perlite amended into it. Take that with a grain of salt because it's not my plant. There's a reason why I do not own a queen. And it's because we just don't really get along. But just, I guess, in a nutshell about that, if anyone is curious about the ghost story with my family. Basically, I went on a family trip. I'm going to give you the Spark Notes version. I went on a family trip when I was 18 or 19. We were all staying in an Airbnb, and there was like probably 30 of us in this house, and me and my special friend, okay, we just happened to be on the same island at the same time, and so we're like, hey, let's hang, right? And I had to sneak out of this large house to go meet him at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And basically what happened is, because there were so many of us staying in that Airbnb, my aunt had to sleep on the couch that was right next to the sliding door to escape out of the house. So I'm sneaking down. She literally, just like in a movie, like jolts up and just stares at me. I don't know what was scarier, her doing that to me or me looking like a ghost to her. So we're just staring at each other, and then I just kind of crab walk my way out of the sliding door and go on my way. And I was 100% expecting a phone call from my mom saying like, come back, you know, like my aunt was gonna snitch on me or whatever. But the next morning I come downstairs and all of my aunts and uncles are like talking about this crazy ghost that my aunt saw in the middle of the night, and she apparently walked out of the sliding door, and I was like, man, that's scary, that's spooky, that's some spooky stuff. Don't know anything about that. So anyway, my mom knows now. She's like, I hate you. Oh my gosh, my injured arm. So, yeah. And the funny thing is ever since that happened, because mind you, I was like 18, 19 when this happened, me and my family, like all of my family, we go on this humongous camping trip together. And during the time where you're by the campfire telling scary stories, this story always comes up. And every year I'm just like, don't know anything about that. Do I prefer Alice's drinks to Starbucks? 100%. Yes and yes. I have not gotten Starbucks in forever, but Alice just made me this dulce de leche drink, and holy crap, that was delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna let's do this one. This one needed to be repotted like 10 years ago. So this is the new trailing guy that I just got from Crystal Star Nursery. This is called a Sarcostemma van Lessenii, and it is so stinking cute. If you guys are able to Google it really quick, I think one of the top photos that comes up is one of their product photos, and this sunstress is to pink, and it trails, and it's just so cute. So I grabbed 2 pots, but I was very, very surprised at how bushy they were. There's quite a few in each pot, so it's so dry, and a few of the stems already died. So I need to repot it before I lose the whole thing. Yes, I can. Sarcostemma van Lessenii. I got an old porcelain doll from an Italian friend. That thing creeped me out so bad, and then one day it just went missing. I'm sorry, what? No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That reminds me of the time when me and my cousin were staying at my grandma's house, and my grandma has all of these dolls around the house. Love you, Gram, but it's like straight from a horror movie. So in the room that me and my cousin were staying in, why is this turning into like a spooky story time now? Anyway, the room that me and my cousin were staying in, there were 2 of the dolls hanging from swings, okay? Terrifying. Hanging from the ceiling on swings, and we are just laying down in bed, shooting the shiz, and all of a sudden, one of the dolls starts swinging. Not both of them, just one. And it wasn't just a little tiny swing. She was swinging. The shriek that came out of me and my cousin's mouth. And it was like late, and so we literally like ran to my grandma and told her what happened, begged her to take it down. She was so freaking pissed. She stormed into the room and just ripped the doll off the ceiling, left this gaping hole in the ceiling, and then just walked out. I'm surprised she didn't strangle us, to be honest. But it really happened. It really did. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm still learning about this plant. So, does it grow from like a tuber or something? Because they're all connected. Give me one second, please. I'm kind of figuring out what's going on here. Oh, Haley, the Varroquianum sweatshirt is from Alice's merch. I've been begging her to do a reprint, and she will not do it. Okay, I just broke that off, so hopefully that doesn't die. I don't think it's gonna die, but they're all growing from the same... Oh, it's a tuber. Okay, I see what's happening here. I will get you guys caught up in just a second. So, oh no. They're all growing from this little carrot-looking thing. And so there are some that are just completely dried up. So I'm just going to separate it, and like I'll put them all in the same pot. But like this, I don't know if I can propagate this just from these. Oh, sorry. What did that sound like? I just hit the mic so bad, like 5 times. I have not read a lot about this plant, so I don't really know what I'm doing here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and just pot them all together. But like, see, these ones dried up because the mix was really, really airy. So I'm gonna get it into a little bit of a denser mix than it was before, and hopefully it doesn't mind it. Let me answer another question. I hope I wasn't in the middle of a question because my brain is just... what are your favorite affordable grow lights, and do you use heating mats? Okay, so I use a different array of lights. I have Mother Life lights. I have Soltec. I have Barina, Manios, and I think that's it. Back in the beginning of my grow light journey, I used Domias. I really like Domias because it had a super warm color temperature and it looked really inviting and nice. But they only came in these like flat sort of panels and they got super hot. I swear one day if I didn't unplug it, it was gonna cause a fire. So I stopped using those and I switched to, I think I was using Manios lights first. And then I switched to Barina and now Barina is my preferred. If I had a larger budget, I would have way more Soltex in my house than I do, but I just can't justify spending that much, at least right now. But I think if I ever did like a track light system in my living room, my preferred bulb would be Soltec for sure. I think this one's drying up too. Crap. Dang it, Sherman. Look what you did. I mean, I guess I could leave it and see if it... No, I'm just going to cut it off. If anyone knows anything about the Sarcostemma van Lysennii that's watching this, maybe even after the live, can I propagate it like this without the little trunky thing it's growing from? Jing says, I still have the Domia because they're double taped to the shelf and I'm too lazy to rip it off. Me too. I don't use it anymore, but they're still on my shelf because I can't take them off. They won't come off. All right, so I'm like choking on dust here. I almost drank this so many times. I need to put this somewhere else because we're gonna have an accident here. Now my nose is runny because it is dusty and I have a fan going too. What am I gonna pot this in? Oh, I think I said I was gonna do one of these. It's gonna look kind of ridiculous right now because it's not trailing yet, but once it's trailing, it'll look a lot better, I promise. I just wanna kind of get ahead of the curve because this actually seems to be a pretty fast grower. It was not this long when I received it. All of these were like teeny tiny. So I think my estimation is that it's going to be trailing in 2 months. That's what I'm giving it. Any tips on lighting for darker anthurium leaves? I honestly have no clue. So I was talking to Alice about this the other week and the way she does it is honestly just playing around with her settings. So she has certain plants that do better, meaning like it grows darker leaves in brighter light. And then there are some anthurium that grow better in darker light. So one that she's observed specifically is the KOS. Her KOS puts out sort of like darker leaves, more on the purpley side in brighter light. And then something like her Lux Ralph Lauren Fort Sherman grows a lot better in darker conditions. So you kind of just have to play around with it, which kind of sucks because like philodendron, like some philodendron grow better in brighter light and some in darker. You just have to like see and experiment, and you're gonna have a bit of like damaged leaves, like you might bleach a plant, but it's all for the greater good. All for the greater good. Oh, paps, dark light. For the pappies, I recommend lower light and a chunkier mix because if it's in a super dense mix, it's going to stay wet for really long. Like I've rotted a lot of paps in straight tree fern fiber that's not amended because it was so heavy. But with lower light and a chunkier mix, it's kind of like the right balance, and I find that it grows pretty well with that mixture, with that combination. I'm gonna grab some leca because I want to put some down at the bottom here. I accidentally won a giveaway on Palm Street. Accidentally. Congratulations. And I'm terrified because it's a seedling and I'm definitely, oh gosh, I almost put you on timeout. And I'm definitely not seasoned in the world of Anthurium. Oh, it's an RA5 Swamp Bunny, probably. I would show you mine, but it's kind of all the way back there and I can't get back there. But you got a good one. The PAP RA5 is a really, really cute Anthurium, and mine specifically grows pretty well. I've had a little bit of difficulty with it. I don't know if you can see it in the corner. It's this one right here. That guy. So yeah, you're gonna be okay. Don't worry. Yeah, so I wanted to do a, sorry, this is probably gonna be loud. I wanted to do an earlier live for the people who wanted to, I guess, experience one, but not have to be awake at like midnight. I think this is enough leca. I can't tell right now if this is a thirsty plant or if that mix was just way too chunky. I want to move this soil because it's so far away. Oh my gosh, you guys, these repots, I am making a massive, massive mess. I don't want to clean it. Hi, Grow with Ro. Those emojis are so cute. Okay, another Anthurium question. I don't really love these questions. They feel a little repetitive. I feel like I've answered so many of these in different videos. Oh my gosh, I didn't even answer the last question. Who clocked that? How do you justify time and money spent on plants when your taste constantly changes? Did I just did I just completely go off topic immediately or what? Because I don't remember answering this question at all. So how do I justify it? Yeah, so, oh yeah, I did. I was talking about how expensive the heterocraspidon was and how I just chopped it up into a million pieces. So, it's definitely hard to come to terms with it sometimes when you're like, okay, I spent this much money on this plant and now I don't really like it all that much. And honestly, I used to feel kind of guilty about my taste changing, mostly because, well, I'm not going to say mostly, but a big part of it did come from, sorry, I had to remember if I inoculated my Billy, my ADHD, you guys. These lives in a repot is not good. If you have ADHD, don't do it. So yeah, a lot of it came from the feedback / comments that I would get on YouTube of I started watching you because you were super into cacti and now you don't like cacti anymore and now I'm unfollowing you. And so, I would think about how much my taste in plants have changed and how 1 month I can be super, super into a plant and then the next month I'm like, I want to sell it. And I know it kind of seems weird, I don't know, to sell or get rid of my gloriosum. That was a plant that I just could never fathom not having. And it was pretty easy for me to get rid of it. And I actually felt really relieved when I got rid of it. But I think it's just, I don't know, it just kind of is what it is, I guess. I am not in this hobby to please anyone but myself. And I don't think just because you really loved a plant at one point that you're obligated to love it forever. And a lot of the time, if you're like rehoming it, you're giving it to someone who is gonna love it, and it's just better that way. So I don't know. I guess right now I'm trying to not dwell too much on the fact that I know my tastes are gonna change like all the time. And I do try and give myself sort of like that grace period of, okay, is this how I'm just feeling right now because I'm overwhelmed, or because I'm like super into a different genera of plants, and am I going to regret it if I get rid of it? So I do give myself time to really think about it before it gets the boot. But for the most part, I'm just follow your heart. Follow your heart. Because right now I'm really, really happy with my collection, and oftentimes I do look back on like my Instagram, for example, and I see plants that I've had before that I got rid of, or it died or something. And sometimes I do have like regret or remorse, but not enough to like feel guilty about it or something. It's just, it is what it is, I guess. Sorry, that was probably really loud in the mic. I am choking on dust in here. How do you find the weirdo plants? So, in terms of discovering weirdo plants, my suggestion would be to go here. I'm going to type it in. Go to Sarah, hopefully I'm spelling this right, and Crystal Star Nursery. These are the two websites that I go to the most often to just browse. Not really to shop all the time, but just to like discover new species, because they have so many plants that I have never even heard of before. And it's where I like get a lot of my wish list plants, in terms of just like putting it on my wish list, not just like buying it. But I have acquired some of my wish list plants in terms of weirdo plants from them. So like what I like to do when I'm bored or something is just go on that website, or on those websites, and just browse. And sometimes it takes a long time because they have a lot of things on there. And it's just like really interesting to kind of discover new plants that you didn't know existed. And yeah. Crystal Star is one of those nurseries that I still get really, really excited for restocks. I feel like it's one of the very little shops that are around now in Canada that have kept the restock allure from like, like back in 2020 when a shop would restock and it would like sell out in minutes, that has definitely, I really don't even think that's part of like the plant culture right now anymore. And I don't know if it's ever going to get back to that. But I feel like with Crystal Star, it's one of those shops that they have like their cult following, and I'm definitely in that following. And like whenever they have a restock, like I make sure that I have those windows open the morning of. I make sure that like things are in my cart. Like I want to get to it first. So yeah, go to those two websites if you are looking for some weirdo plants, because I find a lot on there. It's just too bad that they don't ship to like internationally, I guess. I only have a small amount of space and want a pendant leaf. Would you recommend the Pally or the Patriciae? Polydiflorum. The Pally. I would bring my Pally in here to show you guys the new leaf, but I'm scared I'm gonna ruin it. Should I do it anyway? It's huge. It's humongo. Oh, did I answer that? Yeah, my Polydiflorum, 100%. I love the Patty, but Polydiflorum, hands down. Do you like Chapel Roan? And if so, what's your favorite song? I think I only know 2 songs from her. It's like whatever's on the radio right now. and I don't know the titles of them, but I do like them. And you probably know which songs I'm talking about too. I've never like listened to like an album. I don't even know. Does she even have an album out? Question. I have a big bag of black mulch. Can I use it in soil? Mulch. Is mulch treated? I don't know how mulch is treated. I don't know if it's like mold resistant. I don't know about that one. I really don't know. Euphorbia Decari. I think I know which one. Do I have that one? No, I don't. But I know what you're talking about. Some mulches are dyed. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards no too. I don't know, like, I don't know how that would also change, like, if that would change your pH. I remember you talking about wanting to try neem cake against fungus gnats. Have you? Yes, I have. It wasn't as smelly as I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know if it was just coincidence or what, but my fungus gnats seemed to get worse after I used it. So right now I've just gone back to using mosquito bits, and that has been really helpful. But I'm not sure that the neem cake is for me. I might try it again. I'm not 100% sure. Again, it could have been coincidence that like a bunch of fungus gnats appeared after, because I can't imagine that neem cake would make them reproduce more, but that's just what happened. But the people that I've spoken to that say that they've used neem cake, they say that it's worked really well, so I might want to try it again. And I spilled. Ah. Bits have cleared my gnat problem up, but Lord, I hate the way it smells. I don't have a smell on mine. It doesn't smell. Well, unless I leave the water for like more than 3 days, then yeah, it smells like worse than a sewer. If you and Alice had an opportunity to go to Singapore, what do you guys think you would want to do here? You guys have pretty cool plant shops in Singapore, don't you? Do you? Or am I thinking of something else? I actually don't know what we would do in Singapore. Probably eat. Eat a lot. That's all me and Alice like to do. If we're not doing plant stuff, we just like eating. Oh my gosh, my hand hurts so bad. Before it was just my elbow. Like I can't extend it more than this, and I can't bend it more than this. And now it's my wrist. And it doesn't feel like carpal tunnel or like arthritis or anything. I don't know. Anyway, here's this weirdo guy right now. Looks crazy, but once it starts trailing, just you watch. And I need that tag or else I'm gonna forget the name of this. Yeah, I know. I think my husband thinks it's from holding Archie, but it started hurting after I had a fall. When I got COVID, I passed out and I landed on my left side. But it's weird because does your guys's feel? I thought that like mommy elbow, I thought it would feel like a muscle pain, like you know when you like work out or something and you have like that pain. It feels like bone, and like if I twist it wrong, it almost feels like there's like this thing pulling here. I don't know. And like yeah, I can't extend it. Like when I try and extend it, I can't extend it more than this. I can feel this, like, this pain here. I don't know. I'm going to the doctor, but I feel like my doctor is just going to be like, yeah, it's just from holding your baby. I don't know what tennis elbow feels like, but that's what everyone is saying. My hands don't hurt, no, but my wrist is starting to hurt. And you guys, Archie has the biggest head ever. He has a massive head and it's so heavy. Oh gosh. Okay, let's do an alocasia. I'm gonna do this one because I'm so very excited about it. I just got this one from Alice. This is an... I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. That is terrifying and disgusting. I know that it's not a pest. I know that it's just part of this plant, but it just scared the crap out of me. My trypophobia would like to politely decline at this time. That's absolutely vile. I have goosebumps on every part of my body right now. Oh my F. Look at how sick that is. That scared the bejesus out of me. I'm sickened to my core. I feel like violently throwing this plant. I wish I didn't have trypophobia. I really wish I just didn't have it. Hi, Dead Inside Plant Mom. Thanks for joining. How long have I been? Oh, I've been live for kind of a long time. Oh my gosh. I think I'm just gonna do the rest of my alocasia and then we'll call it. I have 3 more alocasia to do. So this is my alocasia watsoniana. And the back is awful. The back is really, really vile and disgusting. No, I have tennis elbow and they inject my elbow with cortisone. I don't like shots. I don't like shots. I want him to just give me a nice little massage and then have it be fixed. Why can't everything be fixed with a massage? You think I'd be not scared of needles after getting the epidural, but no. Okay, let's repot this guy. I think I'm gonna do pond for all of my alocasia so I can put my soil away now. I just find that my alocasia do best in pond with no drainage, and that is the hill I'm gonna die on. Am I gonna reuse this? Sure. I'm gonna use a different bowl because I kind of want to reuse the... No. Wait, I can use this stratum for something else, so I will save it actually because I am out of stratum. Whoa. Everything is falling here, guys. This is bad. That's not gonna work. I'll just put it in here, even though it's dirty. That's what she said. Oh, love the Watsoniana. Still trying to find one locally. I know. I know that they're selling these in the stores, but they didn't look very nice. So I'm glad that Alice had a spare corm. My hands and fingers are numb in the morning. Actually, my hand goes numb sometimes, but it's usually after I'm holding him, not just randomly, I don't think. And yes, Cynthia, I do amend my pond. I use quite a bit of perlite in my pond, and that's it. Coarse perlite. My mom told me that if I had been a girl, she would have named me Charmaine, which is very uncommon in Europe. Do you know where it is from? Aw, I actually have no clue, but my mom said that her and my dad just like they decided on that name even before I was like conceived or something. I don't know if that's true. But I have no idea where it's from. It's kind of weird though, because I've never felt connected to my name, like ever, because my family name, like the name that my family has called me since I was a baby, is Sasha. And I think it came from Charmaine, like Sasha. And so like when I got to kindergarten or preschool or whatever, and like they were calling me Charmaine, I was like, who the heck is Charmaine? So I don't know what it is, but I've just always felt disconnected to the name Charmaine. Can I use my used stratum that was already in an aquarium for a while? Heck yes, you can. It's got way more nutrients now with all that poopy. I used to have shrimp. I loved my shrimp, but I was not a good aquarium person. And I reused all of my substrate with my plants. So, do you do morning stretches? No, but I should. I have a very unhealthy morning routine. I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I make coffee. And that's it. KT tape helps. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have a story with KT tape. When my mom was here and I was 40 weeks pregnant, because I went to 41 weeks, I was so heavy. My stomach was so heavy and I was in so much pain. So my mom was like, oh, I saw this hack on TikTok where you lift your stomach using KT tape. So she literally like wrapped me in like 50 pieces of KT tape, like lifted my stomach up. It went all down my thigh because I had like leg pain, like sciatica pain. Oh my F, nobody tells you how painful it is to take off KT tape. I was screaming bloody murder. It was so painful. My mom was just like in tears laughing at me. And then she was like chasing me around trying to like rip it off really fast. It was so scary. That woman's crazy. My kid's crying. Pawn. I'm gonna do pawn. That's what I said. Where did my pawn go? Oh my gosh. Why is everything everywhere? I thought I had some sort of system here and that just went out the window. Also, I should mention, I was gonna try and get a week of plant things up for this month, but it's not gonna happen, you guys, because I'm going to California soon. So I don't know if, like I've mentioned it in a few videos, that I've been dealing with something very personal and serious over the last year, actually way more than a year now, almost 2 years now. And it's finally all kind of happening. So I have to go to California for this, and I just have a lot on my mind mentally, and I feel like I need to take the next few weeks to kind of just prep my brain and go to therapy and yeah, just get my head right. And so I think instead of a week of, I'm gonna do a day of plant things, and hopefully I can still produce like a 2-3 hour video. But yeah, I don't think I have it in me to do a week of this month. I was gonna try, but it's just, yeah, it's not gonna happen. And I'm probably gonna have to skip a Saturday at some point because I'm gonna be in California for a few weeks. What cameras do I use? I use the ZV100. Is it the ZV1? The Sony ZV1 for YouTube. And I also use my phone as the secondary camera, and I have an iPhone 15. I think I have an iPhone 15. Or maybe it's the 14. Which is pretty good, actually. YouTube, Bob and Brad stop tennis elbow pain now. Thank you. I will look into that this weekend because my arm's killing me. Yep, the Sony ZV-1 is great. Sorry, baby. I don't even know what comment you left. I'm not seeing everything and it's going so fast. Would your mom or sister be willing to go live with you while you're in Cali? Definitely not my mom, because she's hecka shy and she hates seeing herself on camera. My sister, probably. I think I've asked my sister before if she would go live with me because she's hella funny. And she's just like, yeah, she's a great time. But I think it's going to be too difficult now with Archie and all the kids. But we could try. Because I kind of want to try to go live while I'm in California. Just because I'm not sure if I'll have time to film. I usually try and do like a favorites video of my mom's plants while I'm there. But I don't know if I'm going to have the energy or willpower to do it this time since I'm with child now. Also, I am going to go back through these comments and read everybody's suggestions on the elbow stitch. So thank you, because it's a problem. I thought that it was going to go away. Like, I thought that it was just sore and that would last like a couple days, but it's been a few weeks now, so. Oh, I'm hitting the mic. Whoa. Okay, I can't reach. Okay, so this is the Alocasia Tanderusa Jacqueline, and I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so here's how I'm feeling. I really hated this plant before because, like, it's very yellow and it kind of like bleeds through and, like, I don't know, it just looks kind of sick, doesn't it? Look, it looks chlorotic. But I don't know, the more that I see it, the more it's grown on me. But I can tell you right now, as of now, this is probably a plant that I'm not 100% sure is going to be sort of like a long-term relationship kind of thing. So yeah, I like it now. And we'll see how long I can grow this thing for. The little corms are so bright red. What the heck? So there's like 3 corms or 4 growing from this guy. Let me try and show you. Whoa. They're like hot pink. It's such a small plant and it's already corming so much. So I'm going to leave those because there's nothing to pull from right now. I am going to pot it in this guy, and I'm going to do the same thing, leca down at the bottom and pon up at the top. Oh, this is how I can scratch my face like this, because I can't bend it. It's so awkward. Okay, are you Filipino? Is Vince Filipino? Will you be teaching Archie different languages? I get this question so often on my YouTube. I didn't think that it would be something that people were so intrigued by. But yes, I am Filipino, and so is my husband. A lot of people think that I'm Vietnamese. I've gotten Vietnamese. I've gotten Chinese, but no, I'm Filipino. I do think that there's a little bit of Chinese blood on my mom's side. Ow. On my mom's side. But not enough to, like, you know, compose this. I am Filipino. In terms of teaching Archie a different language, so I can understand the language, like, pretty fluently, but I can't speak a lick of it. So unfortunately, I cannot teach Archie Tagalog, but yeah, we will probably want him to learn a second language. Not sure which language that is, because if we're here in Canada, it's helpful to know French. If you're in the States, it's helpful to know Spanish. I don't know if teaching him Tagalog would be useful, because none of his cousins or anything will be speaking it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know yet. Gosh, I really should not be repotting alocasias so close to my trip, but the alocasias that are in stratum dry out in like 2 days, so I would have come home to dead plants anyway. But we'll see. We've got 2 weeks to get this sorted. And normally I amend my pond with more perlite than this, but I want it to stay wet for longer, since I'll be away for like 3 weeks. 3-ish weeks. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. Alright, so there's that plant. She is done. I do want to water this though, because every time I repot, I say, oh, I'm going to repot, or I'm going to water at the end, and then I always freaking forget. All right, I have one more alocasia to repot, and it is super tiny and is going to take 1 second. So we're going to wrap things up here. I thought I had a freaking pot for this. Of course I don't, and I don't even know which one to use. Whoa, sorry, that was probably really loud. Okay. I'm gonna go with this pot size, and this is a alocasia. Why is this in here? I think this goes in here. Okay, so this is an Alocasia sanderiana nobilis, and Alice says that this plant looks like it's from Rocco's Modern Life, and now I can't unsee it. Ugh. Sorry, it's so loud. How are you sat with your legs crossed? Because I am 4'11", I am very small. I can pretty much sit with my legs crossed on any kind of chair, including in the airplane. But I don't do it if I'm sitting next to someone I don't know, because obviously I don't think that person would want my feet up against them. Okay, I am scared the roots are gonna break on this one. They look so delicate. Every time something is potted in stratum and I repot it while it's wet, I always break the freaking roots. So I think I'm just gonna try and leave as much as possible. I don't want to really touch it too much. I've heard that this alocasia is really finicky and kind of hard to grow, so I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Is that a spider mite? Let's see if it moves. I can't tell if this is moving or if... No, I don't think. Okay. We're good. Okay, I'm gonna do this vessel size. Yeah, I know. I usually have a little thing. Oh, I guess I could use this, but it's kind of dirty. Give her a little shake. I usually do this when I'm repotting soil, but I was like, I want to use as little vessels as possible because I don't want to have to wash a ton of them because I'm lazy. And today's laundry day, so I gotta get that done. My house is a mess right now. Okay, let's answer another question. Should I do plants or personal? But honestly, the plant questions left aren't very, I don't know, they're not very good. that's just the tea. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer any of these. What movie did you and Vince watch? We watched The Hitman. It was okay. I mean, it's based off a true story, which is really interesting, and it's kind of hard to believe that that's actually a real story. But I don't know. I found the really like sappy, corny parts to be a little bit too much, and it kind of ruined it for me. Because I don't like watching stuff like that. I really don't like romance movies and stuff. It just makes my butt clench. But a good movie to watch. What's something that I just watched recently that me and Vince really liked? Dang it, I can't think of any right now. Sorry, my brain is toast. I've been awake for way too long today already. She's so cute. She's so little. So little and tiny. Okay, let me water this one too before I forget. I was gonna repot this fry deck on live, but I feel like that would be a disaster. I feel like I would do something really, really bad on camera. And also it has spider mite, so I need to like wash it down. Do you rinse your pond in leca? Yes, I do, because the pond can get really dusty, and I like to sift it out first and then rinse it, and then same with leca. I just like to give it a rinse. You don't need to do anything super fancy. I just give it a quick rinse. And if something, like if I had a leca plant or a pond plant that was in something really rotty, I'll usually boil it, but I don't boil my pond anymore, especially if it has slow release fertilizer in it. What substrate are you currently putting your repotted plants in? So I'm doing the my pond mix with, it's pond plus coarse perlite, and then my soil mix. Are you talking about my soil mix or my pond mix right now? What's the best rooting medium for baby anthurium? Honestly, I like doing the tree fern fiber mix. So peat moss, tree fern fiber, worm castings, fine perlite. Fine perlite, in my opinion, is better than coarse perlite for seedlings, because I find the coarse perlite to be a little bit too big. I don't really like adding fir bark either to seedling mix. I like it to be a lot more dense because they dry out so fast in smaller pots. Yeah, so my pond mix is just, it's actually a mix of the Lechuzapon brand pond, and then also Ina's mix, which is the variegated plant shop in Las Vegas. So I mix both of those together plus coarse perlite, and I think the size of this perlite is grade 3, if I'm not mistaken. I will be sad to see you and Alice in different parts of the world. The videos and your friendship truly is special. I know. I am dreading it too. It's going to be very, very sad, and that's going to make me want to move back to California even more. Okay, so someone asked, I think this is the last thing I'll show because it's actually quite interesting. If I can get it out of here. What's the result of your cocoa experiment? So if you guys don't know, a couple months ago, I started conducting an experiment because I kind of felt like my anthurium they were kind of acting weird, and I feel like I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing, but they were still looking really, really sick. And the only thing that I had changed was my mix. I started using like a cocoa fiber mix, or cocoa, yeah, like shredded cocoa mix. I forgot what it's called. And yeah, it would just, like, my anthurium were just all looking really fungally and nasty. So I thought, you know what? I have so many seedlings. Why don't I just try and, like, yeah, experiment and see if it could be that mix. And honestly, it's all anecdotal, right? Like, this is all just my experiment, and nothing is super scientific over here, but I do have kind of something to show for it. So I used 2 seedlings from the same seed batch. I chose seedlings that were almost identical in size. They got potted, same size pot. They are living in the same exact place. They're getting fertilized and watered at the same exact time. But they do look very different. So the only difference is that one is potted in peat and one is potted in the cocoa mix. So they look very different. This is what is potted in cocoa, and it looks exactly the way that my Anthurium were looking, just very yellow, very chlorotic, really fungally, and just nasty. And it wouldn't show up right away. So I can't remember when I potted this, but it looked totally normal for like I want to say 2 months. And then it started showing up after the 2-month mark. And then this one is the one growing in peat. I don't know if it's just the strength of each seedling, but the one growing in cocoa seems to be growing faster than the one in peat. But the peat one does not look fungally like this one does. So I got a lot of feedback on the video that I posted this in, and people were basically saying that there is cocoa on the market that is what is the word I'm thinking of? Treated? Not treated. Buffered. That's buffered. But if you're gonna buy like the bottom of the barrel, super cheap in bulk cocoa, a lot of the times those aren't buffered. And that's the one I was using because I was trying to go for the one that was the most cost efficient. And so, yeah, this is the experiment as of right now. I'm gonna just keep it going and see how it progresses. But so far, the peat one is definitely looking better than the cocoa because this one is looking rough. I want to chop this leaf off because it kind of grosses me out, but I wanted to document it first before I did that. So anyway, holy smokes, it is 3 o'clock. Is peat moss the one that is unsustainable for the environment? Yes. Yes, it is. So that is, it's a problem. It's something that is always going to be like heavily debated, in the community. But the way that I am, I guess, trying to minimize my carbon footprint in the hobby is that I only allow myself one bag of soil a year, and that's it. If I can make it last more than a year, then that's even better. But I basically am just not buying soil in excess, and I'm trying to reuse as much as possible. And then also trying to use substrates like pon that minimizes my need to use a peat-based mix. But I just find that my plants grow a lot better in peat than a different one. Oh, Fox Farms has a buffered mix. I didn't know that. I really, really like Fox Farms. But anyway, you guys, I am going to get out of here because I do have chores to do today. I got stuff to do, but I'm glad that I got this done. The only one that I didn't do that I was gonna do today was this, and I really hope Dania isn't watching. I'm probably gonna do this at some point today, but this is my Doc Block Mag F2 Self from my friend Dania, and I let it dry out, as you can see, and she's not happy. She is not happy. She's crunchy. She's crispy. So I'll do this. It's really just a matter of just checking to see if the stem is okay, and then I'm just going to get it into some new soil. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again. I don't know if I'm going live again before my trip. Let me see. So next week I have an actual video going up, and then I'm going to skip the one after that, and then I'm doing week of, and I got a video. Okay, so I'm actually not going to be going live again until the 12th of October, just because I'm going to be away, and I have other videos already scheduled that I've filmed and that are going to go up. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of a while, but if I do find that I have some time to go live in California, I might do that. Maybe I'll do my mom, like favorites of my mom's plants as a live instead of filming it so that I don't have to edit it. But yeah, thank you guys to everyone who gave me advice about my elbow as well. I'm gonna have to read back through the comments. What else? Going live again on Instagram. Don't forget, on Mom and Plants Instagram, selling some plants. If you guys have been wanting any of the hybrids that me and Alice made together, I'm selling some bunny plants. What else am I selling? Some props of my own plants, a little bit of this and that. I do think that it's going to be mostly Hoya and Anthurium though. So if you're looking for philodendron, I don't think we're going to have a ton in that sale. So, and yeah, if you guys want to call me Sasha, please do. I feel way more attached to that name than Charmaine, which is why I use the name Sherman, because it's kind of just like a spoof off my name because I don't know. I feel awkward when people call me Charmaine. So, oh yeah, and like Kayla said, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. This will be available on YouTube to rewatch if you missed some of it. So yeah, I will see you guys next week during Saturday's upload. So thank you again for hanging out with me. Appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!